Yo, what's going on out there in Gman Live World? All right, here we go. Jets, Eagles review because, hey, you know what? Did a little preview before that. And, yeah, hey, you know what? I got to give them props. In the first half, things were going well. Looked like things were going well. Bradford, not so much, but the running game, yes. Now, you see what happens. I've been saying this now for a couple weeks. If you can run the football, opens up a ton of things. All right, so the Eagles were able to run the football. Now, they had some guys that were out, which this is really interesting because you didn't have Peters for a while. Gardner was out. So you brought in Tobin, and I think they brought in the guy, Dennis Kelly. So you bring those two guys in, and now all of a sudden, you know, look, Peters can still play. He's just getting a little bit old and starting to break down a little bit, but he can still ball. So the Eagles were able to run, but if you notice, they did a lot of their damage on the left side of the line. But Ryan Matthews is that one step, plant that step, and then go. Now he can also run the sweep, and he did a good job of doing that when it was called for. But he was also able to run in between the tackle and the guard, so he was able to run outside the guard and in between the tackles. So they were able to do a nice job getting, 125, 26 yards. I think Matthews had 125 or 108 on 25 carries. That's good. Now, that is why you win the game, all right? Yes, Darren Sproles kickoff return. Hey, you know what? All help in all areas will get you a win. The thing that is still mesmerizing is we made this trade back in the summer, Nick Foles for Bradford. Swap them both. What the fuck for? Bradford's not doing anything better than Nick Foles does. And now you're 3 weeks in. Now I'm willing to give him a chance. And we're only 3 weeks in, so I'm willing to give him a shot. And especially in this division, where we got... This is hilarious because you can be 1-2 in this division and you're like a game out. You can be 2-1 and looking like you're on your way down. The Cowboys are on their way down because they got so many injuries that this loss to Atlanta is definitely foreshadowing. This loss to Atlanta, the Cowboys, before they can even get a look on things, are going to be under 500. Now, the Eagles got a favorable schedule coming up. We'll get to that in a minute. So as far as the game went today, break it down. Offensively, they ran the football. Now, too many drop passes. If Bradford would have had a couple of those guys catch the ball, like if Ryan Matthews catches that ball out on the wheel route, he's gone. If Sproles catches that one ball, he's gone. Jordan Matthews, too many drops. Guys got to hold on to the football, all right? I mean, this is a killer. Having said that, that's like 3 catches. Bradford was 14 for 28. Averaged 4 yards a fucking pass. 4! As my boy E-Rock would say. You can't get that done. 4 yards a catch ain't going to get you squat. So, what do we do? We got to get that vertical passing game. But why can't we get that vertical passing game? Because Bradford doesn't like to get hit. And that's what they knew in St. Louis, and that's what they're finding out here. He doesn't like to go deep because he doesn't like to stay in the pocket that long and go deep. Now, do you have burners on the outside? No. So that's another reason you can't go deep. So you're a two-dimensional offense, essentially. Whereas this offense by Chip Kelly is meant to be like quasi-dimensional. You're supposed to have the short passing game, the running game, the up-tempo, the quick tempo, and then you're supposed to have deep, vertical pass. You don't have any of that. You got 2 of that, but 1 is suspect. You got like the 5 to 10 yard range sometimes, and then you can run the football 1 out of 3 weeks. So we'll see what happens next week. Ryan Matthews, by the way, better runner in this offense than DeMarco. And if you guys all saw my review last week, I did say, I'm sorry, I'm like still checking out the Denver-Detroit game. It's only a couple hours after the Eagles game. So if you watched my review, you saw I did give Jordan Hicks mad props because the dude can ball. Look, when you are a highly talented linebacker coming out of Texas, people take notice. And for Jordan Hicks to drop to the 3rd round, that was big for us. Now, I would have liked an offensive lineman or two because, I mean, you got to have guys to block. But he provides you with some depth. And I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say this. If we're not going to miss Kiko Alonso because Jordan Hicks is going to provide us with the same amount of talent that Alonso would have done. Now, I don't know if he makes that leaping catch like against Atlanta where he leaps up. But Jordan Hicks does not look like he's lost in space. You know, I have no idea what the hell Michael Kendricks was looking at. You had a play against the Cowboys. Cowboys ran they faked the handoff. Running back came out. Romo steps back. You got Kendricks sitting there in his little stance like this, staring into the fucking abyss with his eyes wide open like, what? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know what that is. What the hell is he looking at? Same exact thing on other plays. Jordan Hicks is not like that. Jordan Hicks knows exactly how to read and react. And he's fast. So we're not going to drop off at all. In fact, our linebacker play this week looked better than our linebacker play the last 2 weeks. And that's with D'Amico and Hicks. So, you didn't lose shit. Plus, mad props to Brandon Bear. Had some really nice plays. So you didn't lose anything by losing Cedric Thornton. In fact, I think you gained because Brandon Bear was rested and got in there. Blocked a couple passes. Ryan Fitzpatrick do what Ryan Fitzpatrick do. You know, I mean, he's good, but he's not great. But does he have better command of his offense than Bradford? I'm gonna put that to I'm gonna put that to the audience. I'm gonna put that to the peeps. You know, what do y'all think? Did Ryan Fitzpatrick look more comfortable in his offense than our boy Bradford? Because I'm starting to see that Bradford does not have confidence in himself, the system, his ability to throw, and damn if he doesn't just sit there and go, okay, hike, bang, get it out. He doesn't want to get hit. Look, in the NFL, you're going to get hit. And if he doesn't want to get hit, go play tennis? I don't know. Like, what the fuck? I mean, this is football, all right? You're not sitting there singing to the freaking choir. You know, so he's got to be able to take that. Now, I get it with the knee. He got the injury in college with the shoulder. That's like, I get it. But you're an NFL player being paid $13 million. You better be able to take a hit. And you better be able to throw that ball long. And he hasn't been able to do that. So this defense is now, not that worried too much about Bradford as far as his ability to beat them. They don't think, no defense in this league yet is thinking that Bradford can beat them. The Eagles' running game, defense, and special teams won this game. So I picked the Jets to win this because of what I'd seen on previous, on previous games. However, having said that, if you look at the game within the game, you didn't exactly see a dominant, you saw the same thing you saw in Atlanta, just switch the halves. First half in Atlanta, we looked like shit. Second half, 3 touchdowns. First half here, 3 touchdowns and a kick, 3 points. Second half, squat, 53 yards. We had 230 yards total offense. That's not going to get it done. This is a team that's used to like 390 total offense, 400 total offense. We're not getting anywhere near that. The Jets actually have more yards than we did. So, look, this isn't the Iraq, the mighty Iraq. I'm embarrassed about what happened, blah, blah, blah. And I'll do some outside videos too. Wait until we get a little further into the, in this season. We stop all these damn road games. I'll get to the stadium and we'll do some outdoor ones. I might even do a combo video with the mighty Iraq. But you know what? I think that, look, a win is a win, so I'll take it. But don't look at this as like, oh, wow, we're going to change things around. No. Right now, it's a win. We'll take it. No arguments there whatsoever. But your defense played really well. And everybody knew that Eric Rowe is a player, all right? He was the steal of the draft as far as the Eagles are concerned. He was a second-round pick with first-round quality. That guy can ball. There was no reason for him not to be on the field with Chris Maragos to be on the field, who fucking sucks. Thank God that Chris Maragos, I don't know, banged up his foot or something, because now you got Rowe in there. And after a pass defense, knocked down the ball plus the interception, Eric Rowe going to stay in there. Plus, you know what? I'm going to go out on a limb and predict this. Eagles don't play well the rest of the season. Eric Rowe is going to be that guy that's going to be playing. He's going to be starting. He's going to be starting corner because Walter Thurman is just playing awesome as your safety, and a former Seahawk who knows how to play. The guy's not going anywhere. All right. So right now, as it stands, you're good. In the secondary, and you got Rowe. The only problem is good Max or bad Max. We don't know which Max is going to show up. So you got to have one of those guys show up, good Max or bad Max. Someone has to show up. The problem is good Max is not that much better than bad Max. Like, bad Max is bad, but good Max, like, bad Max, good Max. There ain't that much space. So, Eric Rowe, I'm not saying you bench Maxwell. All I'm saying is this. Eric Rowe got better athleticism. All right? Anybody that watched Utah play last year knows that Eric Rowe is a potential superstar. And he showed it today. And Hicks, together with Rowe, that's some nice drafting right there. So I'm going to give Kelly his props where, his props are due. As far as the Eagles going forward, well, let me do this. Let me get to the defensive side as well. I thought they had some decent pressure. Decent. I don't think they had great pressure. Decent. Good linebacker play. Good stuff in the run. They definitely were able to stuff the run. I think the secondary played great. I think they won. On the defensive side, they were able to be successful because they were able to stuff that run, and they had good secondary play, especially downfield. Brandon Marshall got his yards, but he didn't really harm them all that much. But remember, guys, this is a game that we won, that we were up 24-0, and we only won 24-17. We kind of sneaked the game through, a lot like the Ram game last year where we were up 28-0 and we won 34-28. Difference there was that team could move the ball. The team could score offensively. They could score defensively. They could also score on special teams. This team can't. And it starts at the top. Look, Bradford just doesn't instill confidence. Like, look, I'm gonna address one of my viewers. I think he goes by like the name R Camp or something like that. Look, I'm an Eagles fan all the way through, but I'm trying to be objective here and break it down on both sides of the ball, special teams as well. And so I'm not a homer, all right? Like, I love my team, but it's not like I can just trash every other team. The other teams can, ball as well. Look, Falcons beat the Cowboys today. And then they knocked off the Giants last week and beat us. And keep in mind, we are the ones that gave them the toughest run all the way through. So I'm not trashing the Birds. All I'm saying is Chip Kelly decides to tear this team apart and says, I got all these new guys I'm going to bring in. I'm going to make this team 50 times better. Guess what? He didn't, okay? Bradford's not better than Foles, all right, after 3 games. He doesn't have a command of the offense. Foles did. And at Bradford's time in this NFL, he should have been able to do that. That's number one. Now, maybe things get better as the season goes on. I'm willing to give you that. Let's see. But right now, no. Number two, your receivers are not as good as they were. Your receivers are not as good as they were in previous seasons. You're telling me that Nelson Aguilar, Jordan Matthews are better than Deshaun and Macklin? No way. No drugs. Take as many drugs as you want. It still doesn't work. All right. Prescription and or other. Don't matter. Drink a fucking bottle of scotch and you will still not find that those two receivers are better. Sorry. LaShawn McCoy versus DeMarco. LaShawn McCoy led the NFL in rushing not that long ago. He's not doing bad in Buffalo behind a quote-unquote suspect line. All right. And he's a cutback runner. By the way, in addition to that, Evan Mathis and Harriman's gone. Harriman's playing well out in Indy. The only guy on that line that's playing well. And in addition to that, Evan Mathis is playing awesome. See how the game is on right now. You got the Colts playing the Broncos right now. Evan Mathis is pass blocking awesome. Don't be surprised Evan Mathis makes the Pro Bowl this year because the dude can still get it done. So, Evan Mathis was playing great. All right, he was keeping defenders off of Peyton Manning, and then when they pulled, Evan Mathis is throwing guys down the field. You know why? Because Evan Mathis can still play. And that's the reason why, even though his agent's a fucking moron, that's the reason why he was like, hey, I want to be paid. What would it have taken for the Eagles to just do that? A 2-year deal? Cut him after next year? Fine. Guess what? We got ourselves a left guard, so the only problem we would have had would have been right guard. Stick Barbray on that right side, Matt Tobin, don't matter, and now your offensive line looks a whole lot better. By the way, just as an aside, going forward, 2016 draft, first 4 rounds, and you better get that second round pick back because you just gave it away for fucking Bradford. First 4 rounds, you better go offensive line because now you just fucked up. First round pick, offensive line. Second, third, fourth, O-line, 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 O-line. All right? Maybe Bradford gets through his head. I got some good players on my line. I can sit back there and throw because right now he looks like he's... Dude, the worst thing you could say about NFL players is playing scared, and that dude is like playing scared. He is like running scared, like that 80s movie. Like he's running scared, all right? And scared is not exactly how you win. Scared is Halloween, not NFL quality quarterback. So, you know, we'll see. I mean, look, big win. Nice win. Always good to get in the win column, no matter how you do it. Like Andy Reid used to always say, you know, win is a win. We'll take it in the NFL any way you can get it. You're never as bad as you think you are after a loss. You're never as good as you think you are after a win. So we move on to the Redskins, and we see what we do. Now, if we can win that game, we're 2-2, you know, probably be in first place in this fucked up, shitty division. But that's later. Friday, I'm going to give you guys my my preview on the Eagles-Redskins. By the way, they're not going to change, you know, as far as like until I start to see an established running game week to week. The way that the Eagles are going to win games is by running football. And by the way, I am going to review. All right, so Monday. So here's the schedule for the week. Monday, I'm going to review on Showtime because all of the summertime shows are coming to an end. The Strain, Ray Donovan, Masters of Sex. All that stuff, and then before that was like True Detective. All that stuff coming to an end now. So those shows are over. Summertime shows are over, so now you got the fall. You got Homeland, you got The Leftovers, you got The Affair. I'm going to review all of them. The Affair came out with episode 1. Actually, it was really, really good. For all you guys that get Showtime, there's like a Prime or some fucked up shit they got that came out with episode 1 a week early. I watched it. I saw it. I'll give you guys a nice rundown. But not tonight. Tonight, you know, let's just enjoy this Eagles one. This goes out to my boy who sent me that comment, our champ. This goes out to you, brother, because I'm gonna be, you know, I'm gonna rally around the flag and be like, yo, man, go Birds, man. So, dude, look, you know, I'm not wearing my Eagles jersey. Maybe I'm gonna keep the jersey off. You know, maybe I'll keep the jersey off, and maybe that's gonna bring us good luck. But you know, dude, just look, I'm a Birds fan, just like you. You know, not a Giants fan. Gman, not Gman, all right? These are my boys, okay? These are my boys, all right? So, you know, I hear you, and I like the banter back and forth, man. Comment all you want. We can have it back and forth. It's cool. I like that. I enjoy the back and forth. You know, I like breaking it down. And I want this team to do well. You know, I do. I want Chip to succeed. Chip succeeds, we get a fun season. And, you know, NFC is wide open. We got a good defense. So I'm not you know, pulling for the Birds. I'm just trying to be objective so that when people watch my vids, you know, they know, hey, this dude is you know, being objective. Now, when I go to the games, if I'm coming out and I'm pissed off, I'm going to act like the mighty E-Rock and be like, I am fucking embarrassed. Like, that dude was fired up. He's like, hey, Chip, fix it. So, yeah, you know, I get it. You know, I'm an Eagles fan, but there's nothing fishy here, I promise you. Like, I'm full on Eagles, all right? Grew up in this area, lived in this area. It's my area for my whole life, all right? But I appreciate the comments. Keep them coming. Always posting the comments below, and I will always respond to anyone that wants to comment. You want to say something there, I'll gladly give you guys responses. You guys want to, you know, kick around some ideas, hey, that's cool. When we get on to the TV shows, we can do the exact same. So, like I said, Monday I'm gonna have a. Tuesday I'm gonna have a review of The Affair, season 2, episode 1, and now October 4th, Sunday, there's gonna be all the other shows are gonna start, and then on Mondays will be my reviews of the previous night's show. So, you guys interested in some TV? Let's get it going. Movies, I'm going to check out Black Mass. I'm going to check out The Perfect Guy. I'm going to check out, what else I got? I'm going to do an old one from summertime, Mission Impossible, and I'll do a couple reviews on some of them, and then Everest. And we'll get a chance to kind of break that down too, during the week. During the week, we'll do a little bit of movies, stuff like that. Once we get close to the weekend, Eagles ball. All right, so that's it here from Gman Live. Everybody, hope you had a good weekend. Hope everybody enjoyed the win. It's nice to be 1-2. Let's see if we can turn it in to 2-2. Got a good shot playing the Skins. If we get to 2-2, you're in first place because the Cowboys are going to lose next week. So that would make things pretty interesting going forward. After 4 weeks, everybody's going to be pretty much even up. So it's like, fourth of the season's over. We're at the quarter pole. 500. I'll take it. All right, everybody, good night, good football. Peace.